we can walk to the spot, and I'll just walk you through. All right, man. So your headphones, you'll lean forward, you'll hit play, return to your spot, and look out the window.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I know Johnny from being incarcerated with him. We were incarcerated. Probably the last 5 years of my incarceration, I was with Johnny.
I've known Johnny about a good 20 years. Very funny. He's always make you laugh. Deep beneath the skin, he was a real genuine person.
I'm his mother, and my relationship is he grew up with me. I raised him. He liked to dance, and he's very social.
And he had a way of making me step out of my box, so it was great. Yeah.
I tried to be around positive people, and he was definitely one of those people. And that's what really attracted me to him. We started a conversation, asked for his number, and that was it. And we just been together since.
You asked for his number?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think he's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. He survived prison, he survived the streets, he was tough, he was cool, but he's also kind of this nerdy person that we all relate to and feel really comfortable with, He
was like a sponge. He was going to school at the time when I met him. Right? He saw a future and he was willing to go for it, despite the madness that was around us.
Well, before, we was outside, we was kids, we was in the neighborhood doing a lot of things that we weren't supposed to be doing and getting into some trouble here and there. And then there came a point in time where we lost contact.
I received a phone call. He was crying, mommy, 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 help me, please help me. And they talking about giving me life. He said, they talking about giving me 15 to life. And I keep asking, what you did, what you did, what you did? He said, mommy, 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 please help me, help me. And we finally see it for the first time. The visit was very short. And he keeps saying, mommy, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I shouldn't listen to me, mommy, I'm sorry. And I said, no worry, we're going to deal with it.
Going through the searches, and then when you were going into prison, they had pictures of some of the crimes that were committed inside of the prison. They had pictures of people getting cut and things like that in the hallways, and it was a little bit traumatizing for me because at that time I haven't seen anything like that. It just painted a very horrible picture in my mind, and then when you actually go sit with him, you realize that that's what he's surrounded with.
There's a process when you come into prison. It's the way prisons operate. It's called the mortification process. It's just very simply kill the body. Mortification, you're so embarrassed you don't even want to be looked at. Right? That's the whole introductory part. They want to kill your identity walking in those doors.
He got into it with a guy. They started fighting, and they threw him in solitary after that. He was just telling me how it was just like you sitting there in a box and you just alone and to your thoughts, and how they mistreat you, how they don't feed you if they got a problem with you.
Yes, he told me that when he stands up and he spreads his hands, he could touch each side of the wall. And that, it was a very good lighting. He could come out like an hour.
And your options are this. For 1 hour a day, you either go to recreation in a cage and then back to yourself for the next 23 hours. And then the next day, your option is a shower that's in a cage.
These people treat you as a dog. He said you have to make friends with the rat.
I think part of me doesn't even want to think about that. It's just too horrible. It's like hearing about somebody in a concentration camp. I can't listen to it and really understand it sometimes.
How do you think he survived it? He was there for 3 years.
So, man, I think he survived. I commend him. We both have a mutual understanding about what it, you know, about solitary confinement. You know.
Were you also solitary?
Yeah.
How long were you in?
Well, not that long, a few months. It was a few months. Very stressful. Made me think of all things I didn't want to be thinking about.
I think anyone, including Johnny, who has experienced any time frame of solitary confinement is irreversibly affected. It makes it hard to connect on many emotional levels. Love, trust, setting clear boundaries, right? It makes that connection difficult.
Like times when, I get when times that if we're having like, maybe like a disagreement on something and I am more talkative than him and he's more like, you know what, let me think about it and give me some time. I think he's so used to being alone and I try to, you know, be there and remind him that you're not in prison no more. Like, I'm here. You're not alone. I'm here. I assume that he don't really want to give me all the details. Maybe he thinks he's gonna scare me away, but I just give it to him because I don't want him to feel pressured into anything, you know.
I know he has been through a lot. You know, I know that, and a lot of stuff I don't know. You know, I know that a lot of things he don't tell me. So I would like to know, but at the same time I don't ask. You know, I just open myself whenever he feel like talking, just to make sure that I'm there listening.
I mean, he told me kind of like, no, the kind of like nice version, which was that he, you know, was so horrible, but then he got books and he started reading and he realized he should get an education.
He made some business plans and different plans that he wanted to do to get out. I think that helped him, you know, motivate him and gave him the hope, you know, to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
A lot of time I wrote to him, but he said, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. That keep me going, mommy. Just keep doing it. You know, you let us keep me going.
He really turned an experience that could have broke you to the core into something that magnified his core. Didn't break his core, it magnified his core beyond comprehension.
Nice.
He's an incredible man. To be able to go through what he went through and still come out and still have the strive that he has is incredible.
Prison teaches you not to trust anybody. And then when you walk out the door and they give you whatever they give you, $40 on a bus ticket, there's nothing to help you unravel that.
The day that he left, I remember walking up into the bus stop where we met him at. Just looking at him, you could feel that, you know, he was so overwhelmed. You know, when we were driving, I showed him my cell phone. It was like, it was pretty cool. He looked at it like it was something from space.
And he used to say, oh God, mommy, I cannot believe this. Oh, mommy, you driving this? Oh, Alfredo, the brothers, oh God, how big you are, you know. Even though that we talk and I try to keep him updated of what was going on outside, it's different than seeing it.
Sometimes I forget that he's been out only for 2 years. So it's just, like he's still adapting to things, even with like relationships or friendships and stuff like that.
I remember when Johnny came home, he didn't know which way to go, but he knew he wanted to succeed. He knew he wanted to be a voice for those who were voiceless.
I think on a deeper level, he wants to change what people think about people who are in prison.
You know, he advocates for urban justice. He took his circumstances and turned it into a positive, which was definitely pretty cool. Yeah.
He stepped into that job and he turned it into something I don't think anyone else has ever done at the Urban Justice Center. He's opened doors for those that I don't think doors are open for.
We was just in conversation about something, and I told him again how proud of him I was, and I said, you know, he's definitely, you know, he can be somebody's hero. You know, he's kind of like choked on the phone. He says, no one's ever said that to me before. He says, wow. I said, well, you know, maybe sometimes people don't say it because they're too prideful to say that. I said, but that's how I look at you.
I just love him.
Oh. Oh.
He's, I'm sorry.
Damn.
He's done more for me than a lot of people. And the only thing that I want him is to be happy. He makes me happy. And I try so hard to give it back. And I'm sure he noticed that.
He has proved that my hard work and raising, you know, and teaching and educating and giving good manners was hiding in some place inside there.
I'm proud with everything that you've accomplished so far, man. And there's so much more for you to accomplish. And just to know that I do know where you're at, and I see you, and I see your accomplishments, just know that I'm there supporting you, man.
And I'm always here for you, and I always want to help you, and I want to see you become the head of a major organization that changes the way we view people who went to prison in this country.
Danny always has been my life, let's say. I'm very, very, very proud of him.
I just want to let you know that I am here for you always, day and night. Got your back, you know. I love you a lot. I know you're going to accomplish many other things. You already accomplished a lot now. And I believe in you so much. And I just want to let you know I'm here. And I love you. Okay, I think that's
Nice, amazing. I get my mother. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I don't know, when you hear people talk about you without you being present and how they feel, how they think, it's like, it's very powerful, very moving. Have this sense of responsibility to not only keep doing what I'm doing, but to also not stumble. You know, the path that I'm on, it's an extension of myself, but it comes from a greater sense of wanting to see justice for people who are like me, used to be like me, who just looking in all the wrong places, you know, for answers to life's complicated questions, you know. And sometimes you don't know how much impact you're having until you see things like this and people's reactions, and you know, and you see some of your work being manifested right in front of you. You know, really good, yeah, really good.